Hi everyone, it's Cassie, the Young Teen Librarian at East Hampton Library. Today for our virtual Make and Take Craft, I'm going to show you how to make a DIY painted rock craft. And for your painted rock craft, you will need the following supplies. So you are going to need paint. I happen to have white paint here, and this is acrylic paint, so that would be the best type of paint. The one paint I wouldn't suggest is like a watercolor paint because it wouldn't really stick to the rock very well. You'll of course need a paintbrush for painting, and then you will need a marker. Now I am going to be using a fine point Sharpie, and most likely better to use a fine point Sharpie. If you have really fine detail, I would say get an ultra fine point marker. The best type of marker, now Sharpies are maybe not the best, but they're what I have on hand. That's kind of what we've been trying to do with these craft videos, trying to make where you can make a craft using supplies you already have on hand. If you were able to purchase them though, a paint pen would be a better option. There's a brand called Posca that's really popular that makes paint pens. So that would be the suggested choice, but these should work just as well. So I already pre-painted my rock because it has to dry, and it would have taken a while to dry, and we wouldn't have had that time in our video. So I have this rock that I painted. The rock, it was originally like a nice sandstone, it was a sandstone color. And if you can notice, our rock is in the shape of a heart. I really like collecting different heart-shaped things. Usually anything in nature that, like, if I find it, like for example a heart-shaped rock, or a piece of seashell that's heart-shaped, or anything that's in nature where it's not normal for something to be like that. It just happens to end up heart-shaped. Whereas, you know, buying something that someone has made heart-shaped, that's different. I like to get things that, like, normally, naturally, they're not going to be heart-shaped, but sometimes they just happen to be that way. So I've painted this all white, and then we are going to use a marker. Now I'm just sticking with black because I'm just going to do kind of like a black and white pattern on a black pattern on the white background, but you could use any colors you want. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trace. Now this works better because if I had just painted this, if I had used the marker on the rock itself without the base of paint, the rock surface itself would have been a little too rough, and it would have kind of damaged the tip of the marker. So and I've actually had this rock sitting in my room for quite a while, and making these craft videos has kind of given me the opportunity to take things that I already had on hand and then using them to make a craft. So I kind of made a little scalloped edge, and then I'm going to put a little marker dot in the middle. I had to do a few coats of the white paint because even though it's a rock, it did kind of soak up the paint a bit. And I'm not really sure what to do next. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That's what I'm going to do. We are going to turn this as if the heart was in a frame, like a picture frame. And of course, bits and pieces of the rock are a bit awkward shaped. So we have to make do with the awkward lines. go. And we're going to trace. It is quite a little awkward, especially this side because it kind of like slopes down. So let me. All right. So you can see that. It's pretty cute. And then I think what I'm going to do, I am going to kind of cute. I think I might do a couple of other patterns on here, but for now, this is just to give you an idea of what you can do with what you have on hand. So I would definitely recommend trying to do acrylic paint with this, but it's kind of cute. Cute little rock. And so I figured out what else I want to do. We're going to follow that dot theme along the edges of the frame. There we go. So I was looking at it and I'm like, it's good, but there's just a little something missing. Okay. That. All right. That is our rock. And for now, that's what I'm going to be doing. I would also suggest, since the Sharpie would probably fade after a while, is to get something like Mod Podge or something of that nature to kind of seal it in. And so that is my little DIY painted rock craft. Now, a lot of times people will do things where they paint rocks and then they put like little nice sayings on them, like kindness rocks, where they will leave them, they will like paint it and then they will just leave it somewhere for someone else to find with like a nice saying, like be happy or something like that. So this is kind of my a little variation of it. It's cute, and I would hope it would, maybe bring a little sparkle to someone's day. So that is our craft video for today, and I hope that this craft is, that you found it useful, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and I also hope that you have a really good day. Bye, everyone.